right. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Wake the FICO Up. Let's get right into it, guys. So first off, y'all know good and well. Y'all know good and well. Y'all shouldn't be doing anything like this. Okay. First, let's get right into it because some of this stuff is insanely funny, but let's get right into it.
TikToker is in debt after attempting to scam Chase Bank.
So here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Y'all got to admit that was kind of funny. But either way, here's the craziness that's happening here. First off, we all know that Chase Bank is not going to. Well, first off, let's explain what this glitch is all about. Okay, the glitch, or that people are calling it, is not a glitch. Let's start off there. It's not a glitch. It is most definitely bank fraud. Okay, it's bank fraud, check fraud. However you guys want to do this. This is how the glitch works. Okay, essentially, what's happening. And by the way, shout out to Grinding for the Bag. He was telling me I need to talk about this, and he was telling me on Facebook. So shout out to you, sir, because we're gonna have this discussion this morning. I'm sure at this point everybody's now talking about it for sure. So much time has passed, but I at least want to give my thoughts on this as well. All right. So long story short, for those of you all who have not heard about it, all right. So essentially, what happens is you go to the ATM and you deposit a check. Okay, the check is essentially a bad check. You already know it's a bad check, and it's a large amount or whatever amount you want it to be. The issue is, I guess technically it is a glitch with Chase's system, but essentially they're allowing it to happen. They would allow people to deposit the check, the bad check, into the account and essentially immediately have access to the funds that do not exist. Are you guys hearing me on this? So it's a bad check. They're deposited into their account, okay? Because the glitch came out, what's that, today's Monday. So Saturday, maybe Friday, Saturday-ish. So that means that you already had a Chase Bank account. So people were taking bad checks, deposited into their account, taking out the funds immediately. That's where the glitch, I guess, is called. And then all of a sudden, of course, the check didn't clear because it's a bad check, right? But here's the thing. And I got to show you guys some stuff. This Chase Bank has most definitely had some glitches in the past that were not, okay, like this, like they were real glitches. By the way, happy Labor Day to everyone. All right, let me know that about that inside the comments. Let's go ahead and dance. Let's go and jump into this. First off, you guys can see on my screen how this guy, essentially, he supposedly did the glitch, right? He supposedly deposited the bad check into his personal account. Now, y'all know from watching my channel how stupid that sounds. He's also started a GoFundMe as well, too, to help him out of this situation, which, by the way, guys, you'd be surprised. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, Calvin, there's no way somebody would do something that stupid. Oh, no, I got something else for you. Watch this. Hold on. I got one more for you. Where's this at? I couldn't believe it when I saw this either. Okay. Now, here's the deal. Y'all know on my channel, of course, there's no cursing, nothing like that. So here, I'm going to play the video, but I'm going to like minimize. I'm going to take out the volume so you guys can see it. All right. So give me a second. Let me see if I can catch it. No. All right. Here it comes. Whoop. There it is. All right. So now I'm going to mute it. Okay. Check this out. I'm going to move myself down to the bottom so you guys can actually see this. Let me see if that changes the size. It changes the size a little bit. All right. Watch this, guys. This is a line of people at Chase Bank. Look at this line of people. There's a line of people. It is insane. They are going into Chase to essentially deposit the bad checks. This is insane. Listen, you're probably saying, look, oh my, I got to get the comments into this. Let's go. Listen, I'm gonna add the comments to the side on this. We're gonna most definitely keep the comments popping on this, okay? Because listen, Crazy Sexy Cool says, I thought you couldn't withdraw money that's not available in your account, even if you deposit a check. Exactly. So that's why they're calling it a glitch, right? But so technically, that is an issue, and Chase Bank supposedly has fixed this issue. Here's the problem, though. Why are people able to do this anyway? Like, it makes no sense. Listen, I'm a business owner, and there's been plenty of times where we've gotten business checks, and it takes a day or two for the money to clear. I'm a business owner. Even if the money is in your account, sometimes they don't let you, certain banks don't allow that. So it's amazing to me how they're allowing people to do this on a personal account. This is insane. Crazy Sexy Cool says infinite money. Listen, this is beyond the craziness, okay? And it is a line there. Here, let's break this down. Listen, this is so crazy. This is so crazy. Here, I'm going to move the chat over. Don't worry. I'll make sure you guys can see the chat and everything. But listen, this is most definitely crazy. Let me go ahead and move this over real quick. Now, it's gotten to the point where even Forbes magazine or Forbes in general has picked this up. Let's talk about it. Let me know your thoughts inside the comment section too, guys. Let me know your thoughts about this inside the comment section below. All right. So I'm going to show you guys what, let me see here. There we go. All right. All right. So now Forbes picked this up. How financial stress contributes to poor decision making and how to avoid it. Now, here's the deal. Right? Grinding for the bag says them credit repair companies about to be busy. Listen, it's going to be insane. And let me know your thoughts inside the comments, guys. Let us know. Okay. Listen, so Forbes said a viral social media trend exploited a loophole for JP Morgan Chase customers to get free money at the ATM, or so they thought. The glitch involved depositing fake checks for large sums of money and removing the portion of available funds before the check cleared. Okay. Now, for all of my people in room, y'all already know this is clearly check fraud. Okay. Let's not act like we don't know what this is. This is clearly check fraud. But you know what? People do. They doing it. While this so-called glitch is essentially a form of check fraud, it demonstrates the harmful nature of viral activity combined with poor financial advice in times of financial stress and hardship. Listen, you can say all that if you want to. Listen, I guess I don't want to say people are like, I don't want to say that I don't want to call them names, but there's no way you thought this was legal. I'll just say that. Is it fair for me to say that? There's no way in the world you thought that this was going to be legal. Okay. I at least just want to put that out there. Moving on. Now, check this out. The reality behind the viral free money trends. A spokesperson for Chase shared that consumers should be skeptical if something seems too good to be true. Let's keep going because this ain't the first time, guys. This ain't the first time. What's some other stuff that people have been telling us over the years? Watch this. This is not the first time social media done push people. Watch this. Listen, y'all remember the blessing looms, right? Now, here's my thing about the blessing loom. The blessing loom, in my opinion, or the money circles, remember we was doing that back in during the pandemic? In my personal opinion, this was not a scam. It wasn't a scam. It was a bet. You were gambling. Okay. You were gambling on the fact, you were gambling in the hopes that people would put the money, that they would continue to join and that it would never end. And I remember, just by the way, I joined one because my family had one. And I was like, at some point, somebody's not going to pay. At some point, somebody's not going to pay. I was thinking like, at some point, this is going to end, right? And sure enough, it started to end. Come on now. Crazy Sexy Cool said the blessing looms did work. Listen, the blessing looms did work. It was time and money. It wasn't a scam. Now, I think what ended up happening, though, people started turning into like a mini business, and they would charge people to manage the blessing loom. Then it started getting crazy after that. People started keeping money and stuff like that. It was insane. But listen, was I the only one that joined into a blessing loom? Because my family had one. Who else in here jumped into the blessing loom or the money circle? Either way, let me know. Next was PPP loans. Listen, they coming for y'all too. I don't know if y'all saw. See, here's my thing. I got to start bringing y'all this stuff, man. I just saw they just took somebody's house. They just literally took somebody's house that was paid with PPP loans. Okay. I got to keep, man, there's so much stuff that goes on. I can't keep up. All right. So Crazy Sexy Cool says, she says, people ran out of people to invite. They did. Because it's like only so many times I'm finna keep doing this, right? It's only so many times I'm finna keep doing this. Polo says it's not worth it. Remember check systems and early warning and blocking you from getting another checking and savings account. You better believe it. Richard says, I thought you could only take $800 to $1,000 per day. So they was allowed to take it all out. They would now, okay, they wasn't allowed to take all of it out, but they were allowed to take out a very good portion. A very good portion. So if the check was like 10,000, they would take out a couple thousand, which is insane, right? It's insane for sure. All right. Listen. Polo says, I know 4 people that did PPP and it's all BS. Oh man. Listen, I got called a few times about that stuff. Cash app scams. Listen, it's ridiculous. Now, I gotta say though, I gotta show y'all this though. I gotta show y'all this. Let me show y'all this. Now, this is, let me see how old this is. Now, Chase did have a real glitch back in 2023. I don't know if you guys remember this, but the long story short, this is what it looked like. Consumer complaints about Chase accounts persisted on Tuesday. One social media user said on Monday that they had to return groceries to the shelves after their card was declined. This is essentially a glitch in which people were sending Zelle transfers. Direct deposit essentially was a glitch inside of the Chase bank accounts. Now, this was a real glitch that happened in October 2023. So again, that's completely different, guys. That is completely different than what you guys have been seeing. Okay. So again, I just want to make sure that you guys had the right information on this stuff, man, because listen, it's most definitely insane that we even had to get to this point. Okay. That we even had to get to this whole point for sure. All right. So here, let's get back into the comments. Crazy Sexy Cool says, I did. She said, I did. I joined a blessing loan and it was good while it lasted. Yeah. I mean, it was a gamble, guys. It's no different than watching a football game and saying one team's going to do better than the other, or you doing a confidence pool. It's a gamble. You were betting on people. You just wasn't betting on the individual. You just wasn't betting in general. Grinding for the Bad says a Facebook friend of mine post where a person took $9,000 to $69,000 from Chase. Insane. All right. By the way, guys, I gotta let you know this. I will be in Dallas. So if you guys have not already seen this already, here, let me put this up real quick. I will be in Dallas on tomorrow evening. It's going to be for free. Okay. It's going to be for free. And let me show you guys this. What did I just put this? Nope, that's not it. Okay, there we go. All right. So I'll be in Dallas tomorrow night. Okay. So if you guys want to come hang with me during that time frame, all you got to do is scan that QR code right there on your screen. All right. Let me go jump back into the chat so I can hide that piece. But I'll be in Dallas, guys. It is at no cost. Okay. And you will see the location once you register. It's free to register, but I will be in Dallas, guys. I'm there for an event. And so if you guys want to kick it for about an hour and a half or so, then you guys most definitely come through the building. Okay. But I'll be in Dallas. I'll also put that link inside of the comment. Matter of fact, I'll go live specifically on this because I know people came here to talk about Chase. But I at least want to throw that out there for sure. So listen, if you guys are in Dallas, let me know, man. Let me know if you guys are in Dallas. All right. So here, I'm going to go back to sharing my screen. Okay, let's go back to it. All right. So either way, guys, you guys get the gist of what's going on, right? So you guys have an understanding of what's happening at this point. All right. So here, let me go back to pulling this back up. Now, do you guys know of anyone that has well, of course, I ain't gonna put y'all out there. Never mind. I was gonna ask y'all a different type of question. So, but here, let me pull this up real quick. So, but that's essentially what it is, guys. Long story short, we know it's check fraud. Stay away from it for sure. All right. That's what you need to do is stay away from it for sure. Let me go ahead and pull this up so you guys can actually see me instead. All right. Here. Let me go ahead and stop sharing. Okay, there we go. All right. It's not insane. The banks and government had just been robbing us. Just give me my money. Listen, now don't get me wrong. I do get that banks get away with a lot of stuff. I do get it. With the Zelle stuff, it's most definitely not fair. Like the Zelle scams and just the text message scams, the stuff that people are falling for. There's a thin line between a lot of this stuff. I'm just being totally honest. I completely get it. The problem is we're not the banks, guys. We're not the banks. Now I know they can get away with stuff, but y'all, come on now. Come on now. Like fraud is fraud. Now, that's just what it is. Listen, banks can get away with stuff. We as consumers cannot. That's just the way the game goes. It's not a fair game on that side, but we can't do no check fraud though, guys. Come on now. All right. But either way, guys, I want to make sure you guys went into that because a lot of people did not go into that. And here's the thing, guys. Anytime it's something big on social media, do not get involved. Please do not get involved. It is not worth it. Okay. Jonathan says, I'm in the D, Calvin. Where you going to be? Now, so here's the deal. In order for you guys to see one, now here's the thing. It's going to be a private location. It's going to be a private location. Okay. Just because it's going to be, it's kind of busy in the area. So again, you got to register. Okay. So here, I'll put the link inside the description. Matter of fact, I'm sorry, not the description. My bad. I'll put it inside the chat. Okay. So let me see if that's it. No, that's not it. I got to find it. But yeah, here, I'm gonna see if there's another way I can pull this up. But yeah, so here, I'll be in Dallas and you guys go and scam. You guys go to scan that QR code that you just saw. And don't worry, I'm gonna go live again though. I'm gonna go live again today. Just catch that live. And then it's gonna be 100% about me being in Dallas and where y'all gonna be at. Okay, we'll talk more about it. All right. But either way, most definitely insane, guys. The bank is a business, not a charity. I know that's right. Say that. Say that for real, okay? Because the bank is most definitely a business, is not a charity, guys. Y'all can't be just doing no craziness out here, man, for real. All right, Polo says, I'm so careful with Chase and making sure all my ACH and debit card payments go through. Yeah, man, that's for sure, right? That's for sure. Naya says, but you can become a bank. Yeah, you know what? Technically, yeah, you most definitely can be. You could become your own bank, guys. Of course, you would scam yourself, right? You most definitely could do that. If you become a bank, you will want to protect your bank from all these scammers. You got a point there. That's for sure. That's for sure. Kayla says, can you send me 9 days home buy and never send a link since I paid? Oh yeah, Caleb. Caleb, here. Check your spam. Go ahead and check your spam, okay? Go ahead and check your spam because we sent out the game plans for the 90-day home buying challenge. We had the call as well too. So go ahead and check your spam as well, okay? And keep us posted. Go ahead and send support an email. So support is out of the office today for the holiday. But yeah, so send out an email if you still can't get that. We can resend you everything. All right. So, but we most definitely can do that for sure. But listen, guys, let me know, of course, what you guys think about this inside the comment section below. It's most definitely been going crazy. You know what? Let me pull that video back up. Let me pull that video up if you guys haven't seen it. Let me pull that back up if you guys have not seen the video. Okay. And I'll play the whole video because a lot of people started talking about it. So let's see here.
TikToker is in debt after attempting to scam Chase Bank.
Now they just clowning about the whole process. Okay. Now he curses a little bit in here, so I'm not gonna play that one. But you guys can see. Supposedly he says that he did the whole thing. Okay. I would not recommend that you guys do this. Then of course the guy talked about being, of course, the line being crazy. All right. And of course, again, shout out to Grinding for the Bag, letting me know this as well, too. So check this out. This is where a guy was like, listen, y'all got to be crazy doing this. I'll play this part.
It was just check fraud.
It's check fraud, guys.
You're going to get in huge trouble if you do something like this.
Scammers will rarely, if ever, let you in on a scam.
That's right.
Unless they're close to the scam ending. And by that I mean they're close to getting caught.
Despite warnings from internet users, many happily followed the wave. Now they want followers to help them out.
If anybody's just generous enough to donate even $1, I'll genuinely appreciate it.
So now this guy has a GoFundMe, man. Y'all can't be serious. This guy, first off, I don't think he actually did that because there's no way he would actually do this and then ask for a GoFundMe. You got to be crazy if you think that you're gonna give him some GoFundMe money. Like that's making no sense. But you know what? We've done crazy stuff before. That's for sure. Okay. But anyway, guys, most definitely crazy for sure. As y'all see people throwing money up in the air, going crazy at Chase Bank. Okay, listen. I thought that was funny. But anyway, let's go ahead and go back into it, guys. Let's get back into it. I know y'all saw that. But shout out to Grinding for the Bag. He's still in the comments as well, too. And his credit score keeps going up, man. Shout out to Grinding for the Bag. Following everything we talk about on this channel. Experience up another 30 points. The Equifax up another 20 points over the weekend. On-time payments and utilization under 10%. Congratulations, sir. You're most definitely making it happen as well. All right. And Crazy Sexy Cooler says, good job, Grinding. Shout out to you, sir. Jason Elliott, he laughing at the video. It's insane. It is insane. Richard says, so what did they do with the money that fast? Come on, Richard. You know what they did. What the stuff that they always do, man. Stupid stuff. You know how we do it. Listen, one dude, listen, they went out to dinner, steak restaurants, whatever people did with the PPP money. That's what they most definitely did. Naya says, "Oh my goodness, what's happening here? That's crazy with the GoFundMe. And wow, watch people pay and donate. You ain't lying too. Somebody gonna do the foolery. Somebody's most definitely gonna do the foolery. You know, hey, listen, I appreciate you guys being up in here this morning. I knew a lot of people didn't know about it. And I was like, man, I need to most definitely tell you guys about it because I didn't know about it. Let me tell y'all something. So Grinding for the Bag, him and I, we're friends on Facebook. And he says, Calvin, listen, I'm surprised you ain't heard about this. I looked it up last night, but I did notice a lot, like all of my Chase Bank videos, like my most recent Chase Bank videos had like a spike in views on TikTok. It went crazy on TikTok. I'm like, why is this? Like, and it was like Chase Bank glitch. By the way, guys, that's what I want to talk to you guys about as well. On my YouTube channel, I talk about how Chase Bank has the ATM trick, okay? But I changed that title last week sometime about it was essentially a glitch. That's what ended up getting people's attention. That's not a glitch. That was most definitely people trying to scam somebody where you tap the card and they walked away. We talked about that in the comments too, okay? We talked about that in the comments. But either way, that's just insane, guys. But either way, I don't want to hold you guys up too long. I know you guys are enjoying yourselves with family and such. But here, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Since a lot of people are in here right now, let's go ahead and talk about it. Listen, who is in Dallas? Okay, who is in Dallas? I need to know who is going to be in Dallas, guys, because again, let me go ahead and pull this back up. If you guys are trying to meet with me in Dallas, it is free. Okay, I don't know if you guys are in the area, down the street, something like that. Let me see. Let me go ahead and you probably can't see that whole QR code. Let me move myself a little bit. There we go. Calvin in Dallas. All right. So make sure you guys go ahead and then scan that QR code. If you guys want to hang with me in Dallas, it is free. Hold on, my bad. I know my screen keeps changing. I want to make sure you guys can actually see that. All right. So here, if you guys are in Dallas, okay, you guys want to kick it for a while. The location is not on the ticket. You have to register to get there. You know why? Because some of y'all be crazy. Not y'all. Some people. Some people be, they be a little off now, So again, it's at a private location, but you most definitely can come. Once you get there, you be like, oh, okay, I see what this place is. So it's a private location, so you guys can do that as well. All right. So Grinding says, he says they about to hit Calvin and say they got a down payment and ready for home ownership. Listen. So check this out. So I'm glad you brought that up. Anytime that someone is trying to buy a house, they look to see how long the money has been in your account. So when they see like a large deposit, and this is good stuff for you guys to know. When they see a large deposit, they usually want a paper trail. Okay. So in short, they won't let you use it. But I'm not gonna go too deep into this. All I can tell you is that they go back 3 months in bank statements. Okay. They go back 3 months in bank statements. Okay. So, and if they don't see it on the bank statements, then within that time frame, they're going to assume that someone just gave you the money or that you borrowed the money because you went from not having it to having it. Now, have people done that and then still had to explain it? Absolutely, because people do have it in an investment account, a savings account, and they move it over like that. That is legitimate. Okay. But if you get the money from another source, you have to do what they call a LOE, a letter of explanation. But y'all know me. I can talk about this stuff all day. Okay. I can talk about this stuff all day. All right. But either way, let's go and keep going into it. Dietrich says, I thought you couldn't draw more than $1,000 out the bank in one day. Listen, I have no, and see, that was the issue. That was technically the glitch, that it was allowing people to deposit the fraudulent checks. It was allowing people to get a portion of the money out from the fraudulent check before it even cleared. And supposedly people were saying that they got more than $1,000 out of the ATM. They was going back multiple times. So that essentially was the glitch. Even though the system had a glitch, it still was illegal and still check fraud. Okay. So doesn't matter. It's like, it's no different than somebody. I can give you plenty of examples all day. Y'all just know it's illegal. Okay. Moving on. How far are you going to be north of Dallas? So we'll actually be in, what is that called? Like Las Colinas, I think. Las Colinas. That's about the best I can tell you guys. We'll be in Las Colinas. Okay. So whatever that area, Las Colinas. Did I say that right? Las Colinas. Y'all know where that's at if y'all up in the area. Okay. Jamina says, dang, I miss what was going on with Chase. Jamina, you done missed out. You'd have missed out. No, I'm kidding. So just rewind it. Go back to it. I showed the video. If y'all they've already seen the video twice. I don't want to keep not that I don't want to keep. I don't want to make it seem like we're just trying to stretch the video out by constantly replaying the video. But yeah, just rewind it. You'll kind of see what's going on. Short version is people was doing stuff they weren't supposed to do. And that's the short version of it for sure. It was check fraud. They were depositing checks into their Chase bank account, taking out money before it cleared. And Chase wouldn't normally allow people to do that. Then they was going to the ATM, getting more than what they could. Okay. Naya says, Calvin, she says, gifts are allowed in certain states as well. No, 1,000%. 1,000%. Let's talk about that. So what Naya is saying is that people can get a gift from people to go into homeownership. You most definitely can. As a matter of fact, Naya, I think, well, I won't even say I think, most states allow gifts. I don't know a state that actually doesn't. But for sure, but you most definitely get a gift. So a gift is when someone is giving you something towards your closing costs, towards your down payment. Essentially, when someone gives you money to buy a home, you can take a gift. However, you have to have a paper trail. And now in the state of Illinois, now I don't know if lenders are still doing this. If we got any lenders on here, give us your opinion. And I don't know if this is nationwide either, but in the state of Illinois, and maybe this is around COVID time, but in the state of Illinois, they would ask for the bank statement of the person that gave you the gift. You know why? Because some people, not everybody is taking it from their checkings and giving it to you. So not everybody's taking it from their savings and giving it to you. Not everybody is taking it from their investment accounts, moving it to their account, and then giving it to you. Some people were taking out personal loans. They were taking out loans, and then it would hit their account. Then they would take that money and then gift it to the person. So they want a paper trail. Why do they want a paper trail? Because they don't want, they want to know if it's borrowed money is the short version. They don't want you cannot use borrowed money to go into homeownership outside of the loan itself. That's a better explanation. All right. So y'all know me. All right. There you go. Chocolate says, gotcha. There you go. Avery says, yes, Las Colinas near Irving. Yes, that is it. So that's where I'm going to end up being at. For sure, guys. So, of course, if you guys have been in Las Colinas, make sure you guys go ahead and register for that. I will be in Dallas. It is free. It is free 99. Okay. So we will be kicking it. Yes, by the way, there is a bar there. There is a bar for my drinkers in the house. Do I drink? It's a different No, I'm kidding. Just put it like this. We're going to be chilling, man. We're going to be chilling. So we don't have to talk about YouTube. We don't have to talk about business. We just talk about you guys, man. Like what your goals are, what you guys want to do. But let's most definitely link up. I won't be able to stretch it out as long as I want to, but we're going to kind of test this out. So here's the deal. If you guys want me to start coming to different cities or something like that, Dallas will be the test city. Why is it Dallas and not Chicago? Even though I'm in Chicago, don't worry. Chicago gets so much of me. So I'll make sure that we do more stuff in Chicago at some point as well, too. But either way, I want to kind of test this out and see where we're going to be. Plus, I'm there for an event, and I figure I may as well, slide through and let you guys know. Okay. But okay. So Jamina says, all right. Crazy Sexy Cool says Florida allows you to give. Absolutely. So yeah, most states, I don't know about any states that would not allow you to get a gift. That would be messed up if they did that. They do want to follow that money though. Naya says, thanks, Calvin, for the smiles. Nice way to start off the day laughing. Yeah, man. Crazy for sure. Appreciate you being here, Naya. Crazy Sexy Cooler says, is it because they want to avoid being a second position or something from the borrow loan? Look, yeah, man, y'all asking some good questions up in here today. All right. So here's the deal. No, they don't want to do that. It's just, I think it's more so federal regulations on how they do it. So Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae, they make the regulations. And which, by the way, guys, I got to do another video on something big. It's going to be big. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell y'all right now. But when I do the video, act like I didn't tell y'all this. Act like y'all. Matter of fact, I'm going to show y'all this. Whoa. Listen. All the gym, I'm from going forward. I'm only saving a lot of my gems towards the end of the video. Well, stuff that people don't talk about. Watch this. All right, so here, stick around for a little bit. I got something good for you guys. VantageScore. Oh, y'all not ready for this? How many of you all listen? Let me know in the comments if you guys were able to catch my credit to home free webinar. If y'all was able to catch it, then y'all know about it. If y'all wasn't able to catch it, then you gonna miss out. Check this out. This is something that here I'm gonna get the comments real quick. Okay, chocolate says I'm in Frisco in traffic, so it shouldn't be far. So come through. I heard Frisco's like 30 minutes away. Okay, I heard like it's 30 minutes away, but I'm in Las Colinas, guys. Don't worry, it's gonna be a lot of parking. It is a bar. It's a lot of places to sit. It's a good vibe. It's most definitely a good vibe. Jabina says, she says, if you didn't borrow the money directly, what difference does it make? I hear you. So here's a short version. The short version is they don't want people to be using too much borrowed money going into buying a home. They want you to have some skin in the game. That's the short version. Because think about it. See, I guess you got to go back in history to really, like, I would say, have an appreciation for it. When the mortgages, I won't say first started, because I don't want to give you guys bad history, but somewhere in the mortgage time frame, you used to have to put down 50%. Okay, 50 to 75% in America to buy a home. This is like the 1950s, somewhere around that time frame. And then they changed the Civil Rights Act into the Fair Housing Act. Okay. And the Fair Housing Act essentially allows us to do what we do now, an FHA loan, which is 3.5% down. So the bank is giving you 97.5. The bank is giving you. So you say, hey, bank, I've paid a few bills. Don't worry. I'm still going to show y'all what I'm going to show y'all. Stick around. I paid my bills on time. I got my credit score. I qualify for a house. They say, okay, cool. You're right. We'll give you 97.5%. If they're giving you 97.5%, right? All we got to do is come up with 3.5%, guys. That's not a lot. Wait, I'm sorry. 96.5. My bad. 96.5. But you guys get what I'm saying. So it's really not a lot. But check this out. I got something new for y'all. Watch this. Watch this. All right. So here, watch this. Hold on. Stick around. All right. So here, check this out. This is something nobody is talking about. Nobody's talking about this. Here, I'm gonna move this out the way real quick. Can you guys see this? Veterans Administration accepts VantageScore 4.0. Y'all know what that means? If you guys know someone that has that is a veteran, they can now use their Credit Karma score. Now here, I'm gonna explain this. Now that's the good news. I didn't give you guys the bad news. Bad news is this does not start until next year. This doesn't start until next year. So remember, listen, if y'all go through the comments here, if you go through my channel and you search VantageScore, I'm the only one that's been talking about how Credit Karma is a regular score. They're gonna be using it. That's because people don't do their research. They don't know this stuff. I'm telling you this. I've been telling y'all this for years. All right. But anyway, listen, I know we're talking about Chase Bank and steal stuff. She says, Crazy says, it's important to share this type of history because people today be tripping about putting down 3.5%. We just came from 20% down. Let me tell you something. She is most definitely correct. Before 3.5%, you used to have to put down 20%. Before then, you had to put down 50%. Guys, did you all know that this is only in America? Let me be clear on this. In Dubai, you have to have 50% down. In Jamaica, you got to have 50% down. In America, 3.5% down. Listen, come on now. I'm not trying to make this about home ownership. I'm not, because Javina says houseway. Listen, but check this out. So if you guys know anybody that's got a VA loan, this is most definitely gonna be crazy. Okay, this is a game changer. Okay. Now, like I told you all, it's starting off with mortgages. They're going to test it out with mortgages. Then credit card companies are going to start doing this. Dealerships are going to start taking a Credit Karma score. The game is going to be changing. Now, it hasn't happened yet, but it's slowly happening. Okay. But here, I'll keep you guys posted on this. I'm going to turn this into a whole video because a lot of people need to know about this. Okay. Isn't that good information? Y'all ain't hearing this from nobody else. Okay. But anyway. All right. Either way, I'm not gonna hold you guys up too long. Here, I'm gonna put the QR code back up here. So if you guys are going to be in the Dallas area, make sure you guys come through. Okay, make sure you guys come through. It's a free event as well. All right. So Crazy Sexy Cool says the VantageScore 4.0 includes their bank transactions to count towards their credit scores, right? Crazy, listen, Crazy, hold on. Some ain't right, Crazy. You asking questions like you in the mortgage industry now. Now, what kind of work you do? Because you over here knowing the back ends, the front ends. Let me know. Let me know if we need to bring you on for an interview. Just so you guys know. Let's listen. I know a lot of y'all be smart. A lot of y'all got certain jobs in certain industries. We need to know some of this back end stuff. Or if you guys used to work at like listen, I gotta make another video on that, man. I want to interview some of you all. Some of you all I want to interview. Okay. And depending on how long it is, we'll go into more details on that. But anyway, I need to know, listen, because I know some of y'all work at, with companies or have worked with previous companies or worked at banks, worked at credit unions, and y'all know stuff that everybody doesn't know. If you all are interested in being interviewed, okay, here, send my team an email. We're going to find out what y'all doing, okay? Oh, okay. Crazy says, I'm a credit educator just like you. Oh, okay. All right. I'm thinking you're in the mortgage industry or something like that. But here, let me go ahead and answer the question. But yes, okay, cool. There's nothing wrong with that. We can still have a conversation. Because econ, listen, that's where a lot of the good conversations be at, man. Because a lot of times people know stuff that we don't know, whatever the case may be. So let me know and we can see what we can do. All right. But either way, let's go and swing back into it. To answer Crazy's sexy cooler, what she just mentioned. Okay, the VantageScore 4.0 includes their bank transactions to count towards their credit scores. You are 100% correct. Okay, you are 100% correct. Let me pull this up here so I can move this up. Okay, so you guys can see me. So yes, with the VantageScore 4.0, it will be looking at transaction history. That's number one. Okay, and it will be counting towards your score. But that's not it. Okay, paid collections will not be included in the algorithm. This is a game changer. California has been pushing for this for years to go on a nationwide level where they force it down from the government level of things. But Vantage says, listen, we're going to do this anyway, whether the government decides to do it or not. But if you pay your collections, but again, this is not out yet. This is not 100% out yet. I will keep you all posted. Technically, it is out, but let me rephrase that. Technically, it is out, but not enough major banks are using it. It's still being in testing phase. Okay, so there are some credit unions, however, that is taking the VantageScore 4.0, but a lot of smaller credit unions as well too. I gave you guys that list in another video. Okay, so but anyway, let's go ahead and swing on to that too. Grinding for the Bag says, you're right. I haven't heard or seen any of these credit repair companies talk about the Credit Karma Vantage scores. Nah, man, you won't. They think, you know what it is? A lot of people, they just be throwing so much shade on VantageScore. Let me tell y'all something. VantageScore is what's really happening, man. VantageScore is what the free versions of this stuff is, man. So without VantageScore, because let me tell y'all something. VantageScore is really pushing. They're pushing VantageScore to do so much. I'm sorry. They're pushing FICO out. They're trying to push FICO out or make FICO free. That alone is going to change the game. That alone is going to change the game. Okay. I'm just letting y'all know this. All right. So here, let's go and swing back into it. Okay, Sim says Jamaica going crazy with the U.S. prices. Man, who you telling? Listen, me and my wife went to Jamaica for the first time. I can't remember exactly when. I think it was like 2018, 2019, somewhere around that range. Man, you could buy a property right off the beach for $200,000 back then. Not no more. Listen, it's a wrap. Okay, but anyway, Naya says that's okay. Next year's around the corner. Get your bag in order. That's right. Listen, that is right. Okay. So again, VA loan has accepted VantageScore 4.0. I'll make a full video on it, the exact timeline and everything. Okay. So Crazy says, I talk to a lot of bankers and mortgage brokers. I love to learn, especially in this industry. Listen, Crazy, we might have to have a conversation. So here, send my team an email. Let's talk about what we can potentially talk about, because here's what I'm learning. Now, on this channel, and correct me if I'm wrong, but on this channel, since I've been doing interviews, y'all have been loving the interviews. True or false? Since I've been doing these interviews, you all have been loving these interviews. True or false? I know my head is small right here, but I'm gonna leave this QR code up. And I like having the chat on the side too. Okay. All right. Either way, let's keep going. Naya says, remember learning China or Japan, he had generational mortgages. Could you imagine your grandfather taking out along with the property in which your grandchild had the responsibility? You got a point there. You most definitely got a point there. Listen, and so it's a different ball game in America. It's most definitely a different ball game. But guys, listen, it can't get much easier than what it is right now. All right. So Jamina says, hold on. The buyer is now responsible for the agent commissions also. Jamina, let's talk about this. So you guys know, of course, my wife and I, we own a real estate brokerage. Okay. We own a real estate brokerage. And don't worry, I'm gonna stay in the comments. Keep the comments coming, guys. Keep the comments coming. So the thing is about the brokers that we earn, a lot of bad information is out there. But let's talk about this. The short version is buyers do not have to pay a real estate agent's commission. Let me start off by saying that. That's number one. It's a little bit of confusion out there. That's number one. Number two, buyers have to sign a broker agreement. It's just an agreement simply saying, hey, this is the person I'm working with. That doesn't mean that you have to work with them forever. Listen, I got a list of videos I got to make because I can't put everything in this one video. Don't get me wrong. If you guys stick around in any of my videos, I try to give you guys as much as I possibly can. But these things need their own separate video so people can know what's going on because I got to explain it the right way. So the broker agreement just simply means that, hey, I'm working with this agent. Okay. However, you in that agreement, you put in there that, hey, if I show you a property in which the seller is not paying me, because that's how it normally works, the seller pays, the commission. Okay. And I'm gonna get to this, I'm gonna get to some more stuff. Hold on, stick with me. So now, if I show you a property in which the seller does not pay me, then we can agree upon what commission rate that would be. So it's optional. You're not forced into this, guys. You're not forced into this. You can decline it. Okay. But here's the thing. Number three, there's nothing to worry about. You know why? 95% of sellers haven't changed anything. They haven't changed anything. You guys got to understand something. I won't say only California, but it was a very small amount of sellers that was pissed off. Essentially, sellers were lied to about the whole commission process. Some bad agents were telling sellers. Bad agents was doing two things. One, they were telling sellers that they had to pay 6%. Sellers don't have to pay 6%. Sellers pay whatever you all agree upon. So if it is 6%, if it's 5.5%, if it's 5%, if it's no percent, it's whatever you all agree upon. Okay. So that's that. Number two, in this current climate, it is a buyer's market. It's less buyers than it is sellers. No seller is willing to risk not paying a commission. I'm sorry. A very small amount of sellers are willing to risk not paying the other side's commission. So I'm just letting y'all know. Again, from the internet. So I know a lot of people be hyping this whole thing up. 90% of sellers haven't changed anything. It's too risky to do so. The agents was just lying to people. That's the first thing the agents was doing. The second thing that bad agents were doing, they would see a house that had a lower commission. I'm not trying to get you guys too deep into detail, but there's an average commission that is normally split. And what these bad agents were doing, they were not showing homes that was paying a lower amount of that commission. So it was like, hey, how come nobody's showing my house? Well, it could be our commission's too low. Well, that's not right. That's not fair. And some agents were actually doing that. So some of you all were lied to by a bad agent because they did not want to show you a house because they wouldn't get paid a certain amount. But again, I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. This only happened in like luxury type situations. Okay. We're talking $1 million home at the cheapest, maybe $500,000. Okay. But again, if you bought a house under 500,000, chances are it never happened. Okay. And here's another thing too, guys. There's nothing to worry about. Y'all gonna be good. Y'all gonna be good. Trust me. I'm not gonna send y'all off on this. Now I can't control what sellers do, but I promise you this. Let me break this down. If there are two houses for sale and they are next door to each other and you go see both of them, you like both of them. You like both of them so much, you may consider an offer. You put in an offer on both homes, which, by the way, you can put in an offer on as many homes as you want to. Any agent that tells you otherwise, man, we ain't gonna get into that. They lying. Anyway, so because see, this is why we sell so many houses. Because one, we don't. I'm not gonna go. Man, I'm trying my best not to talk about certain things. But the short version is that if you look at those two houses, you put in an offer on both houses, but one house says, "Hey, listen, we accept your offer, but we're not going to pay your buyer's agent." The other house says, "Hey, we accept your offer and let's keep it on moving. And of course, we're paying your buyer's agent." That's what we do here, right? Which house you gonna go with? The one that you gotta pay your agent? Of course not, because you're gonna lose money. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. And I'm a licensed real estate agent. I can give my opinion on it. It's stupid. It's stupid. Anyway, but that's just my opinion. Okay, that's just my opinion. Don't get me wrong, and I don't want sellers to take this the wrong way. I don't want sellers to take this the wrong way because I'm not trying to say sellers should be forced to do something, but I'm saying that it's stupid not to think. It's stupid not to think that that's not going to affect a buyer. Okay, it's going to affect the buyer. Okay, but you know what? Again, that's just my thing is. Naya says I'm an exclusive banker and do broker loans as well. It's a holiday. It's a holiday. Been sitting since 2000, right? For real. In South Africa, you got to put 50% down. Okay. Grinding for the bag says true. This is when I was asking everybody if they like the interviews that we be doing. So I greatly appreciate it. Crazy Sexy Cool says true. I love the interviews. Glad you guys like the interviews. Naya says there are a multitude of scores. It's changing up soon. Keep an eye out. That's right. Stay tuned. Crazy Sexy Cool says, I will contact your staff, especially on the TSR rule, and voice our opinions on it. Let's do it. Let's do it. FICO has competition now. Stepping into the arena, FICO versus VantageScore. We're going to see a lot of shift in services and features to win consumers over. See, we're going to have a good conversation. Let's do it, Crazy. Go ahead and send my team an email when you can. All right. So Naya says, you hold your own notes or warehouse lines available to you. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, I think she asked a question to somebody. Jamina says that's always been the case, though. It's always been the case. But I think that some sellers would not explain. Some people did not explain this to sellers properly on purpose, and they were us. And don't get me wrong. I get why agents were doing it. I'm not saying it was right. They was but it was dumb that they did it that way. It made us agents look bad. It made the good agents look bad. Okay, most agents not on games like that, guys. And everybody deserves to get paid for their time. But to put that on the buyer, don't give me sellers. I hope y'all hear me. To put that on the buyer just makes it more difficult for the buyer. I know you want to save money. You can still save money. You don't have to pay 6%. Pay 5%. Pay 4.5%. Pay 4%. Pay 3.5%. I don't know. Pay what makes sense to you. How about that? Pay what it's whatever you all agree upon. Just know that. All right. So I'm just saying that. Okay, just let you know. Crazy Sexy Cool says, yeah, like selling Sunset, the commissions were insane. That's the issue. That's most definitely the issue. Okay, that's most definitely the issue. And see, that's the thing. Because commissions were so high, people that here, let's do the math. If you're selling a $2 million home, 2 million, make sure my zeros is right. 2 million times 6%. That's $120,000 in commissions. Now, average commission rate on the buyer side is 2.5%. So that would be 2 million. Let's see, 2 million times 2.5%. That's $50,000 commission if you bring a buyer to a $2 million home. Now, that's why we get our real estate license. But now here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Check this out. Because it's at a higher price point, 6% may not be as common because what seller? I mean, that's a nice chunk of change, right? It's a nice chunk of change at any price point, but that's a decent amount of money. And so because of that, certain agents were not taking buyers to go see certain homes because they wasn't getting paid a certain percentage. And that's why this whole thing kicked off. Okay. It was messed up and it was bogus. But I'm telling you all, these buyers, especially in times like this, groceries going up, houses prices going up. You think they got an extra $5,000? Here, now let's break that down to a $200,000 house. You can get a decent house in Chicago for $200,000 right now. Okay, $200,000 times 2.5% is $5,000. Do you all think these buyers got an additional $5,000 to pay these buyers agents? No, they don't. They don't, man. So, but listen. So sellers, here's the deal. If you don't want to pay 6%, tell your listing agent, hey, listen. Let's just cut to the chase. I want you to sell my house. I don't want to pay 6%. How can we both be happy? Well, let's do 5% or whatever number works for you guys. But I'm telling you, it makes things a lot easier. I'm just letting you know because your next door neighbor, the house across the street from you, the house around the corner from you, they ain't got no problem doing it. And your house is going to sit on the market. Let you know that. Just let you know. So anyway, Grinding says a lot of older people here in Charlotte, North Carolina are moving into multifamily apartments because they're downsizing. A lot of these houses are going to be on the market. You ain't lying, right? Grinding says, I see it firsthand because I work in construction. Man, that's crazy. That is crazy. Naya says, there are a multitude of bad actors. How about the MLS listings? Bad actors. So much to say I've seen in 20 years. I hear you, Naya. Naya, listen. You done seen a lot. We do an interview. So here, send my team an email Support at the 850club.com. I don't even know if I put that right email up there. So support at the 850club.com. If you got a story you want to share, and I think it's good enough to be on the channel, I want to start interviewing you guys. Okay. Most definitely want to start interviewing you guys. Y'all ain't got to be all dolled up or nothing like that. Okay. But I most definitely want to hear some of your stories. Some of you all have some phenomenal stories. I'm talking about from bad credit to good credit, bad credit mistakes you've made. Or if you guys work in a profession where it's credit related, if you worked at a bank, you've been a mortgage broker or something like that. Now, here's the deal. Some of you guys work, depending on who you are, what industry you're in, everybody won't be approved. Okay. Because I got to make sure stuff is a certain way for the audience. All right. So just let me know, but send us an email for sure. Jamina says, definitely violate the NAR code of ethics. Okay. So listen, it messed up for a lot of people, man. It most definitely messed things up for a lot of people. It made people look bad. All right. So Caleb says, I found the email and filled out the answers that were asked. There you go, Caleb. I told you we got you, brother. I told you we got you. But listen, we're gonna make sure you're good, man. I want everybody to be qualified for home ownership. All right. I promise you we got you, brother. So here, send us an email. Let us know if you got any additional questions as well, too. We got the next 90-day home buying call coming up that you're already part of. Everybody else that missed it, don't worry. We're going to start it off again next year. Next year is going to be a good year, too, guys. It doesn't matter when you're ready. Any time to buy a house is a good time because the rates going to come down at some point. But rates is going to be coming down. Rates coming down next month. I'm sorry. If we're in September, rates coming down soon. It might be this week. So we're going to keep you guys posted. We're going to keep you guys posted. B. Nelly says, bring it home to Memphis. Man, listen, I most definitely got to come to Memphis. Listen, we got to get enough people, man. We got to get enough people. See, I was already going to Dallas, so it's a little bit different. I'm going to be totally honest. Can I be fully transparent? Listen, in order for me to come to like a city or something like that, I got to make sure that things are going to be covered. So it's going to have to be a cost. And, because there's flight, there's hotel, there's all the rest of this stuff. Don't get me wrong. I'm coming for free because I'm already there. But if I do be in certain places, I'll let you guys know. How about that? I'll keep you guys posted on stuff like that. Okay. Because I like connecting with people. I like connecting with you guys, things of that sort. But here's another thing too. If I do come to a place and there is a charge, I promise you it's going to be worth it. I'm talking about we doing game plans on site. Okay. So we're going to do some stuff ain't anybody else really doing. It's going to be a little bit different if we end up doing it. Okay. Another thing too, that's part one. Part two is we don't want to plan it. So we're going to need somebody to plan that stuff too. But we'll get back into all that stuff a little bit later. All right. Either way, greatly appreciate you guys being here. If you guys are going to be in Dallas, scan that QR code. If you need to do that, then you most definitely want to have to do get the information as well. Okay. So I can't have that. My son keeps asking me. I keep telling him. So we got you. Caleb says, I can't. He said, I got to have my home very soon. I can't wait to have a home very soon. My son keeps asking me and I keep telling him very soon. Oh, man, we're going to make it happen. Yeah, we most definitely going to make it happen. I love a story like that. Tell your son it's a done deal. Tell your son less than 6 months. On average, usually I can help people get qualified. I don't care if you have no credit score. If you have no credit score, 300, 400, 500, doesn't matter. Okay, you can get into home ownership in less than 90 days for sure. And just so you guys know, you do not have to be a part of my 90-day challenge to qualify for home ownership. You guys can just get a game plan. Just tell me that your goal is home ownership. I'll tell you what you need to do. Just get a game plan. Okay, but the 90 days is a little bit different because one, you save money on the game plan and you get extra calls. But don't worry, we're gonna bring it back soon. At probably February. It's probably, I don't know exactly when, but we may do one in January and in April. So I'll keep you guys posted in that. Okay. Netcha says, yo, bro, do you have the Chase Bank method? The Chase Bank method. I'm not sure what you mean by that. So you mean if you're talking about stacking cars, or you're talking about getting cars at a certain rate, I got some videos dropping if that's what you mean. So I most definitely got some videos dropping. Caleb says, come to South Carolina, please. Listen, man, we're going to make a list. We're going to make a list because South Carolina, I think, is in the top 10. In the top 5, you know what's crazy? Top 5 is Dallas and Houston. So that's why I want to say, you know what? I may as well just do a free event. So that's what led to that. Okay, because two cities in the same area. Atlanta's on the list, Chicago's on the list, things of that. So I'll keep you guys posted. But those are like the places of where the most subscribers are. Let me at least say that. Okay, so obviously we're gonna get to a certain point, and then we'll go from there. But don't worry, I do want to move around a little bit, so we're gonna make some stuff fun. But in the meantime, guys most definitely be getting these videos. Okay, but listen, I don't want to hold you guys up too long. All right, so we'll most definitely put some things in place. Naya says, I'm on the money side as a lender. We may have to have a private conversation. I try to help as many people as often. Time is only the problem. Either way, God bless you all. Take care of each other. That's right, Naya. Listen, send my team an email, please. Send my team an email. We can most definitely chop it up. Just so you know, I need some lenders in a different area, just so you know. Okay. So let me know. All right. Grinding for the bag. Come to Charlotte. Man, listen, we'll keep you guys posted. I'm going to keep you guys posted for sure on what we're going to end up doing. But as for now, we're going to be in Dallas. So if you guys can get to Dallas, all the rest of that stuff, come through, come out. I know it's last minute. But if you're in the area, then y'all should be good. Okay. But get registered for that. It's most definitely 100% free. And we'll see you guys on the next video. By the way, I'll probably go live again tonight, just reminding you guys about Dallas, or I may go live again tomorrow. It depends, just to remind you guys about it. But I got some more videos dropping too. This is not the video. So that's another thing too. If I go live, my lives are just going to be just for you guys. If you guys haven't noticed, I've done a couple less lives. But when I do go live, it's going to be just for you guys. It's going to be straight up discussion, not a regular video. Okay. Because the regular videos, it kind of throws off, like, the numbers are different. It's kind of weird on the back.